Looking for a brief and honest overview of Epique Realty? Then this is the video for you. We're going to take a look at Epique's split in fees, included perks, and your growth potential, aka making more money. By the end, you'll know whether all these agents leaving their favorite brokerages to join Epique are either super smart or just plain hype chasers. I'm also going to give you a quick rundown of the 24 plus perks you get at Epique, including free buyer and seller leads, free high-quality listing photos, free yard signs, and even free transaction coordinators. And if you're skeptical, like I was, then rest assured I'll also be explaining how Epique can not only afford all these benefits, but how they even turn a profit too. But most important of all, at the end, you'll know enough about Epique Realty to decide whether you want to know more. So forget regretting your brokerage decision, because after this video, I'm confident you'll be confident in whatever you decide next. What's up, guys? I'm Robert Biehn, the guy who has coached thousands of agents on how to be top performers. I lead a top 10 team, have an industry-shattering organization, and still make it home in time for dinner. Because what's the point of all of this if you can't even spend time with those you love? That's why this channel is dedicated to making real estate work for you, ensuring you earn well, serve your clients excellently, and still enjoy the fullest life possible. So let me help you avoid making the far too common mistakes that lead to crippling regret and anxiety, and instead make choices that lead to your definition of success. By the way, this is a team effort, so hold me accountable. If you think I say anything that misses the mark, I need you to drop me a comment. Your feedback is my roadmap for improvement. And if you have any other questions about Epique Realty, just let me know below, or check out my other videos. Now, let's get straight to what you're looking for. A critical review of Epique Realty explained in less than 10 minutes. Kicking things off, let's take a look at the splits and fees at Epique Realty. At Epique, you'll have a low 15K cap with an 85-15 split. Put it simply, Epique takes 15%, you keep 85%. For instance, on a 10K commission, Epique gets $1,500, you get $8,500. And once you've contributed $15,000 from your split, you retain 100% commission. To show you how fast you can cap at Epique, let's say that your average commission is $10,000 before splits and fees. You'd only need about 10 transactions to cap and get 100% commission on every deal. Now, let's compare how Epique's split and cap stack up against two of the biggest brokerages. Keller Williams, KW, which is the largest brokerage in the world, you might get a 64-36 split and an 18K cap. That's what I had while I was there. This is a fairly common setup, though it can vary since KW is franchised. So, if you were to earn the same $10,000 commission, you would be paying $3,600 per transaction, which is more than double the $1,500 you'd pay at Epique. Plus, you'd also end up dishing out another $3,000 overall due to KW's higher cap. Now let's look at eXp Realty, the biggest cloud brokerage around. eXp has a 16K cap and an 80-20 split. There, for the same 10K commission, you'd pay $2,000 pre-cap, so an extra $500 per transaction, plus an extra 1K overall since eXp has a higher 16K cap. And for good measure, let's throw in one of the sexiest brokerages out there, Compass. Compass operates on an 80-20 split with no cap. Yes, you heard that right. That means that even after you've paid them $15,000, $16,000, $18,000, or even $30,000, they continue to take a portion of every deal. Some agents have reported paying over $56,000 to Compass in a single year, and others even more than that. No matter how much you make, they'll always take. Now, I know that sounds a little harsh, but to be honest, I have yet to find a single no-cap brokerage that can justify their never-ending siphoning of your hard-earned cash. Disagree? Good. Drop a comment and let's talk about it. I'm open to having my mind changed. All right, so to summarize, Epique has an 85-15 split with a 15K cap. When up against the literal biggest brokerage in the world, KW, which on average has a 64-36 split, 18K cap, And the biggest cloud brokerage in the world, EXP, which has an 80-20 split and a 16K cap, as well as the best dressed brokerage in the world, Compass, which has an 80-20 split and no cap. Well, as you can see, math is pretty plain. Epique beats them out dollar for dollar, putting more money in your pocket. However, there's a super important, often overlooked piece regarding Epique's cap that no other major brokerage does. And man, is this a game-changing one, because it gives Epique agents a huge advantage over their peers at other brokerages. And that is what I like to call syrup, which, saying it out loud, I can't decide if I love it or hate it. What do you think? Let me know. Anyway, the syrup stands for 5-year reduction plan, and here's how it works. For every year that you're at Epique, your cap goes down by $1,000. To contrast that against the other 3 brokerages we mentioned before, Epique is a 15K cap, KW an 18 cap, EXP is a 16K cap, and Compass has no cap. However, in your second year at Epique, your cap actually goes down $1,000 to 14K. While at KW, it's still an 18K cap, at EXP, 16K, and at Compass, no cap. And this gift just keeps on giving for 5 straight years, so that by year 5, your cap goes all the way down to 10K, while over at KW, it's still $8,000 more at 18K and $6,000 more at EXP with 16K, and then at Compass, well, there is no cap, so Compass is quite literally infinitely more. Real talk for a minute. Lots of brokerages talk about valuing loyalty, but I have yet to see any brokerage that shows their gratitude like this. Epique is the only major brokerage I've ever seen that has this 5-year reduction plan, where essentially the longer you're at Epique, the more money you'll make, or to be more accurate, the more money you'll save. That's just wild. Moving on. The last part of this section is that not only does Epique have a cap that gets lower each year and a lower overall split, plus the 24 plus perks I'll mention in just a minute, but they also have an awesome program for agents to get their cap back in company stock. Since very few brokerages do this, we'll keep this part super short. Here's how Epique's Power Reward status works. If you do 24 transactions or 10 million in volume in a year, you'll get your $15,000 cap back in company stock. That's it. It's literally that simple. Now, the only other notable program that I know about like this is EXP's Icon program, which credit to them for spearheading this incredible concept. However, to reach EXP's Icon status, you'd need to do 40 to 50 deals in a single year, as well as fulfill cultural requirements in coaching agents and attend at least 2 EXP-approved events, which, depending on time, distance, and overall travel expenses, could actually cost you about the same or more than the $2,000 in company stock you'd be getting back for each event. However, if you do all of that, you'll get your $16K cap back in company stock. That's amazing. Now, I do want to be transparent on the feasibility of reaching Icon status. Out of roughly 90,000 agents at EXP, only about 200 last year hit Icon status in the world. As you can see, this is reserved for the most elite real estate players. The vast majority of agents, even top producers, don't reach Icon status. So I'd say Epique's 24 transactions or 10 million in volume to get your full cap back in company stock with no extra requirements, mandatory activities, or additional expenses is arguably far more achievable for agents to hit. Real quick, if you've done 24 deals or 10 million in volume in a single year, drop a comment with 24/10 for some well-earned praise, because you've quite literally doubled what the average real estate agent does in a year. Nice work. Next up, transaction fees. Epique's transaction fees pre-cap sit at 0.1 of the sales price, capping at $500 per deal until you hit a $5,000 yearly cap, after which it drops to $250 per transaction. While pre-cap and post-cap transaction fees vary widely across the industry, Epique's fees in both categories are within the average range, though sometimes slightly on the higher end. However, if you're looking for the most money per transaction, then you'll want to take into account the 5% you save on your split at Epique. Let's compare the maximum $500 pre-cap transaction fee at Epique against eXp's $85 industry low pre-cap transaction fee. With eXp, a $15,000 commission minus a 20% split leaves you with $12,000. Subtract the $85 transaction fee, and you net $11,915. Good job. Get that money. At Epique, that same $15,000 commission minus a 15% split equals $12,750. Deducting the max $500 fee, your take-home is $12,250. This means that even with higher fees, you end up with an extra $335 at Epique compared to eXp. And we haven't even taken into account the fact that Epique is giving you free buyer and seller leads, paying for your high-quality listing photos, your transaction coordinators, putting you on billboards, running ads on your listings, and more that literally help you save and make you money. Honestly, being a top agent and having a top 10 team in my state at eXp, I was super reluctant to leave because on straight transaction fees, I thought I was going to pay way more at Epique than eXp. But when I actually sat down and did the math, taking into consideration their lower split, lower cap, the fact that the cap reduces each year, and all the perks that they include, I realized that I'd not only be saving money switching to Epique, but without a doubt, as long as I kept doing the same work I've been doing, I'd be making way more money. So it was pretty hard for me to argue with that. Also, I know that calculating these costs can be complex, and brokerages often don't make their fees and included services that transparent. So at the end of this video, I'll show you how to get a personalized breakdown in under 15 minutes, see if Epique Realty could be a better fit for you compared to your current brokerage. If not, no worries. All right, moving on to Epique's included perks. For just $149 a month or $99 a month if you pay it annually, plus a one-time $100 startup fee, you get, you ready for this? Free buyer, seller, and agent attraction leads. To give you an example, at the time of recording this video, in Georgia, we've got over 4,500 unclaimed leads and less than 100 agents. In Nevada, 5,300 unclaimed leads and less than 100 agents. In Florida, 12,600 unclaimed leads and only about 150 agents. This is also the case in several other states. Remember, those are the unclaimed leads. So you can see that there are a ton of leads waiting for some agent, hint, to get in there and work them. I also need to emphasize that these leads don't have additional referral fees or costs. They're actually free leads from the brokerage. And if that isn't enough opportunity for you, my partners and I have leads in almost every single state and are waiting for agents just like you to get in and work them with us. Seriously, we need the help. All right, let's keep going with the perks list. Did you think I was done? Not even close. Free telehealth care and prescriptions. Free listing photos, yard signs, and sign installation. These are the fancy signs too, and high quality pictures. Free transaction coordinators on listings and purchases. Free billboards and headshots for as long as you're with Epique. When was the last time you said your brokerage put you on a billboard for free for life? Just curious. Free car washes. That way you're not pulling up to meet clients with a car covered in bird poop or pollen, or let's be real, free Lofty CRM and AI certification. Free social media ads and email blasts to thousands of prospects and a social media management platform. And by the way, these ads and email blasts on your listings are for every stage. New listings, open houses, price reductions, and back on the market. And these can be making you more money. Just ask Walter. Free coaching and mentorship for life. And to give you an idea of just how good the coaching program is, you can see them, and them, along with numerous others having success. Oh, and that training is in addition to access to your support and broker teams, as well as a new role called area leaders, or exceptional leaders and real estate professionals that are solely dedicated to supporting agents with whatever they need inside and outside of a transaction. And as the company grows, more area leaders get brought in so that agents continue to get more and more support. Also, there are no extra referral fees or additional costs for the coaching, mentorship, or support. All right, let's keep going, because I'm still not done with all the perks. Free CE continuing education courses for your license, free Canva Pro, IDX website and digital business card, free errors and omissions insurance, free cap back in company stock, only 24 deals and no extra travel expenses, or all these other requirements. Totally unlocked rev share, 5 levels, 10% of company dollar on every level with no FLQA requirements and stress over maintaining it. And by the way, just like EXP's rev share, this is also willable. However, unlike EXP, your spouse or kids will not have to go get a real estate license to receive the rev share, nor will they have to keep recruiting and pushing for FLQA agents in order to keep their levels unlocked and that money that you worked so hard to keep coming in. Declining caps each year for 5 years. And as a little sneak peek, I found out that there are still 5 more agent perks on the way. And if you drop a comment with sneak peek, I might just share with you one of the new perks I heard the CEO of Epique Realty share on a live call. Now, if you're skeptical about how a brokerage can provide all of this to each of their agents, good. That shows you're smart and perceptive. And that also means you're likely someone who knows about doing their due diligence, which is precisely why I made another video where I share with you the extensive research that I did about all the too good to be true agent perks and how the company can sustain it. The short of it is that Epique is actually profitable right now. They're debt-free and have a very unique structure that allows them to scale and provide all these perks and more to their agents. But you can check out all the details for yourself in my video, Is Epique Realty Going Bankrupt? Phew. Now that was a lot of information, but now that we've got it, let me help you break it down and rank it in a way that's relevant to you, aka your growth potential. So here's how to rank these individual items to be able to create a simple analysis of your growth potential at Epique Realty versus your current brokerage. Step 1. Compare costs. Start by comparing the splits, fees, caps, and other clear costs between your current brokerage and Epique. Award a single point for each aspect where one outperforms the other in your favor. Step 2. Benefits for your bucks. Write down your monthly fee and the perks it includes at your current brokerage. Compare these perks with what Epique offers for its fee. Give a point for each perk provided by each brokerage, focusing only on quantifiable benefits or those included in your fee. And make sure to skip the generic stuff that's available outside of your brokerage. Step 3. Money saving or money making perks. Identify which perks actually save you money or make you money. While things like culture are important, we're zeroing in on tangible benefits here. Plus, you need to remember, you're your own CEO. You create and attract your own culture. But you can't prevent the culture at your current or future brokerage from changing. Also, if you want to be accurate, you need to ignore training as a value point too. I don't care that a quadrillionaire top producer is going to show you their secret to listing 5 million homes a year. I promise you, pretty much all brokerages offer training, and even if they don't, you can find lots of free training online. However, a good example would be if your brokerage provides you with buyer but not seller leads. That's a point. If they offer both, like Epique does, that's 2 points. However, subtract half a point for any referral fee and another half a point for any other additional fees. For example, EXP provides relocation leads, so they get a point. But they charge a 40% referral fee, which then drops them down to half a point, 0.5. Another good example would be, does your fee at your current brokerage get you a transaction coordinator? If not, and Epique does, that's a point for Epique. If you don't use one and won't use one at Epique even though they're free, then just put a 0. We've got no reason to inflate numbers here. And as a side note, if the perk saves you money, like covering the cost of a transaction coordinator, you should have a separate column to see how much total money these perks will save you as well. For instance, One of the agents who joined us from EXP saw that it would save him over $10,000 a year on transaction coordinator costs. That's kind of a lot, so don't overlook that detail. Now all you got to do is just repeat that simple process until you've gone through all the perks and features. Then you'll add up those points and have a pretty clear, honest, and objective tally of the value points between your current brokerage and Epique Realty. I'm curious to hear how your current brokerage stacks up against Epique based on the scoring system we just discussed. Drop your scores in the comments. I'm genuinely interested to see the comparison. However, if you find that the scoring was a bit daunting or think some aspects of your brokerage aren't really fully captured or represented, don't sweat it. Just tap the link in the description for a one-on-one call. My team and I will craft a tailored comparison between your current brokerage, or the one you're most considering, and Epique Realty in less than 15 minutes, so that way you avoid any comparative mistakes. If it turns out not to be the right move, no worries, I'm glad I could help, and you should feel a lot more confident about wherever you're going to. But if it is a good move, then let me just personally say that I believe the best is yet to come, and I look forward to walking this epic journey together.